With Monarch Legacy of Monsters halfway down the road, it's time to give my overall thoughts of the series so far and theories going forward. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here, and yeah guys, we've been on quite the road here going into Monarch Legacy of Monsters. It's had its highs, and it's had a few lows here, but those lows aren't as bad as I think some people are making out to believe. This is just my personal opinion of it for that much. And yeah, for some who don't like that negative, I don't think it's as bad as some of them are making it out to be, because I so far have been enjoying Monarch as a series whole so far in the first 5 episodes here. The weakest episode I have to say would have been episode 4. Didn't really tie into much going forward, whereas the other episodes did. And my favorite episode has to be episode 3, mostly due to Kurt Russell. Always been a fan of his work, and him playing older Lee Shaw has just been amazing. Take nothing away from his son, Wyatt Russell. He's doing a great job as young Lee Shaw. I love those guys. They are just awesome. They're killing it. They're the breakout stars of that show so far. And now, having said that, though, I want to go ahead and just talk about some of the negatives that have been said here. Like how in the fact, now this one, no surprise, I kind of knew this was coming, especially since some people were wanting this, and that's monster action. But we really haven't been getting much of that. But hey, in all fairness, they pretty much already said before the show aired that it's not going to have as much monster action as some people would want. So I think they already knew going into this that some critics aren't going to like the fact of it, just due to the fact there's not as much monster action. Mind you, do we get some? Yeah, just some, not as much as some people would want. But me, I actually think it's been good that they've been actually putting more focus on a human plot lines, especially since when it comes to the Godzilla franchise, it's always had that problem. Well, not always, just a majority. There are a few movies out there with some more better human plots compared to a majority of the other franchise of Godzilla. And yeah, since they're expanding the MonsterVerse, it feels natural they need to do that. And I have to say, for the most part, they've succeeded. And then the fact on how they're switching back to the past and the present with the trio characters that are the focal point of each era. The past trio being Bill, Keiko, and Lee Shaw. Younger Lee Shaw, mind you. And then in the present, you got Kate Randa, Kentaro Randa, and then May, who aren't as good as the trio. Mind you, do I like them? Yeah, mostly Kate. The other two, they're alright. Still give us a little more here to make me like them even more compared to how Kate, especially after episode 5, I like her even more now with us discovering about her, such as being a lesbian and how like she's not so much different from her father, who as you guys know is Hiroshi, and he is the son of Bill and Keiko Romero. Well, Randa, I guess, because they ended up getting married. But he had 2 secret families, and yeah, that shows that she has a connection there with her father and stuff. But all's the same though, this human plot line for both sides has worked out to help us expand more and connect some dots here and stuff, which has been really great here. But now having said all that though, let's go into what I thought were some of the positives on all this. And like I said, the trio in the past, they have been amazing here, and I've loved their chemistry and stuff. And I loved how when they showed the Bikini Atoll incident, when they met up with Godzilla, we got to see that Bikini Atoll incident more in detail of what Dr. Serizawa told us in Godzilla 2014, how it was said to be a test, but the cover-up was they were trying to kill Godzilla. But every time during that scene, one of my favorite parts of that was that I just kept laughing and smiling, and then like, mostly due to the fact on how these people were thinking they were going to kill Godzilla. Even the trio thought they were going to kill him, and Keiko even tried to stop it, but Lee smartly stopped her from doing it. And yeah, I was just like laughing the whole time. And then when it happened and Keiko thought that Godzilla died, she was like, what have we done? What have we done? And for me, I was like, nothing, Keiko. You guys are fine. He's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. All you did was feed the guy. And yeah, it was just so funny and so much fun to see that. It was like a reminder of how I've always felt with Godzilla and how humans and trying to beat him and stuff. And in some cases, some smart, some not so smart. It's been fun. And hey, that's always been one of the great things about Godzilla. Always, always a great thing. And another great thing I'll also say is how we saw the devastation and the aftermath of episode 5 when we got to see some of the devastation due to this being said 1 year after the San Francisco incident, which they are calling that now calling G-Day. And in episode 5, love that Easter egg call back to Godzilla -1. Good stuff right there. Very good stuff. And and yeah, wait, what was that? No, man, I lost my train of thought here, guys. What's wrong with me? Oh, wait, now I remember. So yeah, the whole San Francisco incident. Quarantine, people can't really get in, and you even see living quarters from some people outside of the middle of San Francisco. Even Kate and her mom, for that matter. And yeah, struggle stuff right there. And yeah, well, that's what you get when you come to Godzilla. Just some struggles all around with everything. But yeah, overall, guys, yes, I've been having fun with this. It's been really great. The trio hunting for their father who was supposedly dead but is not, and is following a map of some sort that is leading him to different titans we've ran into, such as the Frostvark, the Ion Dragon in the past, who's no doubt making a return in the present if you've seen the trailer, and I can't wait for that. And then, yeah, that Frostvark that feeds off heat energy, whoa, that was some scary survival things they had to go through in episode 4. But now having said all that, though, it's time to go into some theories here. Some of which I'm sure some of y'all have your own theories about. Some of them are no doubt similar to mine, if not spot on like mine. But let's first go into the fact of President Lee Shaw. He is supposed to be 90 years old, yet he doesn't look 90. And this is where we were told by people in Monarch that there was a mission that went wrong somehow, and it is that mission that supposedly connects to why he ages so slowly. And it's also shown that Lee Shaw, being part of Monarch from the very beginning, from its origins and stuff, knows a lot of things. Like, he didn't agree with the fact on how the best way to solve the whole time problem is let him fight, especially with the fact that Godzilla might have lost. That's a good point he makes there. And he has some history with this deputy woman. I forget her name off the top of my head. Vertigo or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's not wrong, if not close to it. But yeah, they seem to have some history, and Lee Shaw really seems to have done a lot of good things that she didn't approve of what, say, Monarch did to him and making him stay in that prison paradise of his. And only now does he make his move, due to Hiroshi seeming to be on the hunt for something. And that hunt for something seems to have to do with that energy source we saw in episode 4, where that energy was coming from underground. It brings similarity Easter eggs to Antarctica when Godzilla showed up from underground here. And no doubt it has to be energy from the hollow earth here. But that's where I think that energy is connected with Lee Shaw and his aging. Like, what if they ran across that in the past and somehow he was exposed to it, and instead of like killing him and stuff, it just slowly ages him and whatnot. That's something I'm really interested in going forward. I want to know more about that, and I can't wait to see more about that. Because yes, if there's one thing this first half has done, it's set up a lot of questions and speculations going forward. And now I'll talk about another present one who has some mysteries about her, and that's May. She seems to be on the run, or if not protecting somebody. She's got fake passports and fake IDs and stuff like that, and the only connection we have right now is that there's this girl named Lyra who she says is supposedly her sister, and maybe it is, or maybe it's a cousin, and who knows, she's using that as a sister, as a getaway thing, or her sister's the only one knows of why she's on the run. Is she's on the run because she's hiding from someone or protecting her family, or is she on the run because she did something that makes her a criminal? I'm wondering about that, especially with this Monarch agent who has convinced her at the end of episode 5 to supposedly betray the trio of Kate and Kentaro and help Monarch. That woman right there, I don't trust her. There is something mysterious about her. I think she's playing double agent for another company. Because if there's one thing you've already learned here, is there are many companies out there who want to get their hands on the Titans, if not the Titans, a source of energy that the Titans feed on, such as powers as we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong when they needed an energy source to power up MegaGodzilla, and they used Kong to help them find that source here. I can't help but think that's also why she's a double agent, and she's looking into that energy source too, because that energy source in the present has been playing melodramatically in the background here. So keep your eyes out on that, guys. Now, actually, what it is, as I said, I think it has something to do with the Hollow Earth. What kind of energy source it is, who knows? We do know it has to be radiation, if not low level, which is why if it was something Shaw was exposed to, it's not that bad. But now, having said all that, I'll go into one more thing here I'm theorizing, and that is a supposed love triangle with the trio of the past of Bill, Keiko, and Lee Shaw. Because as we've seen in future episodes, Lee and Keiko seem to have once been in a relationship, and how we were introduced in the structure of how we met them. We met them during their final days as a trio, when Keiko sadly lost her life to a bunch of Endoswarmers, and in how the fact she was married to Bill Randa, and they have a kid together. This is where I'm going to start to connect on the fact that somehow that Keiko, yeah, while she dated Lee Shaw, I'm thinking she also had an affair behind his back with Bill Randa. Or it's the other way around. Had a relationship with Bill and had an affair with Lee Shaw right there. That's where I'm thinking, because President Lee Shaw has admitted that Hiroshi, that being the son of Keiko and Bill, it takes after her mother. And as we've seen, Hiroshi had two secret families here. So, and as we saw with Kate in episode 5, even though she has a girlfriend and was going to move in with her, there she is cheating on her with another girl, showing that the Bill Randa family seems to have some relationship problems and staying committed to one relationship and then going behind the other's back and cheating on them. I'm a little curious about that. That's something I'm very interested in, especially in the fact on how I'm thinking maybe with Kate having now confronted that and how she's no different from her father, and with May helping her out, maybe those two might get together. And yeah, I speculate on that most halfly as an inside joke, but halfly in the back of my head, it could be true. And we know Kate's lesbian, so maybe it could happen. You never know on that end. But even still, though, it also makes me think: could Lee Shaw be Hiroshi's real father, and Keiko just made Bill think that Hiroshi was his son? That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking like whatever it was that made Lee Shaw and Keiko not be together again before they broke up, they had a baby, and she just decided to keep it a secret. The question is why? Is it because of her learning about what happened to Lee Shaw with that Agent Slowly thing, and she felt it better that he doesn't know he has a son with her, being Hiroshi? That's my theory on that. And I'd like to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts and theories of some of these things? From May and this thing she's hiding from people, to the energy source we saw in the present day, to Lee Shaw and his aging, to the supposed double agent and Monarch. I'd love to hear all of your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. And then, until then, guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying Monarch like I have. Mind you, if you acknowledge it, the negativities like I do, cool. But like I said, I don't think it brings the show down too much, though. But until then, guys, I'm going to go ahead, leave everything all at that. And if you enjoy my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!